So we'll go back and forth. What's a prediction that you have?
So I don't know if you know mine's, too much of a spicy take or too much of a bold prediction, but I think at the deadline, they're still going to swing a trade for a top 4D.
That was one of mine.
Damn it. Do you want me? You want to take that one? I'll cook up another one.
No, continue. I'll cook up.
So yeah, I mean, I just think that you look at this team and, as much as people I think are especially very doom and gloom after the Chara news, I think people equated him leaving to like the window being closed. Like I still think this is a very good team. You've still got a good veteran core. You've still got quite a few guys who are capable of breaking out on this team and pushing this team further. But I think even if a guy like Zaboral or a guy like Lozon hold their own, I still think if you're the Bruins, you still need to get that one more piece to put yourself over the top, just to have a veteran guy who can, log you 18 to 20 plus minutes a night and just being a dependable guy back there. Again, if Zaboral or Lozon or even Vakanainen, soar over expectations, then it's one less problem to have. But I think if you're the Bruins, I wouldn't be surprised if they look at, a guy who's maybe a pending UFA or anything like that. Like I still don't think you're going to have Noah Hannafin or one of these guys with term come here just because of the Seattle expansion draft. But you look at the Bruins and what their weaknesses are, the fact that they've got a good amount of, not good amount, but flexible amount of cap space that they can take on a contract. It seems like inevitable right at this point that they're going to swing a trade for a top 4D. Who's it going to be? I think that kind of remains to be seen, but you just, project this season and the weaknesses of the roster. It just makes too much sense that they're not going to swing a trade for a guy.
It'll be Victor Hedman.
Of course,
no, it's funny though. You mentioned that, before when we were doing some show prep, I was looking into guys who are going to be UFAs after this year, who are left-to-shot defensemen on bad teams. I came up with 3 names. Now, these names have not been rumored. These are just names that I would not be surprised to see the Bruins in on come March, April, that time frame. Ryan Murray, left-shot defenseman with the Devils. Again, none of these guys are special. None of these guys are coming in and, headlining your team. They're not getting, billboards outside TD Garden.
No.
But they are somewhat reliable.
Yes.
Ryan Murray, Alex Goligoski, a left shot defenseman from Arizona, and Nicholas Hjalmarsson, another left shot defenseman from Arizona, because I think Arizona probably is not a team that we expect to do a ton of damage. Same with the Devils. And at least, the good thing about Murray is he's in the division.
Yes.
So it's, you're
less quarantine issue, right?
Yes. So you don't have to, I guess, worry so much about that. Maybe there's less regulations. So those are options. I think those are options. They're not bad. Again, by the way, has Jacob Zaboral's stock ever been higher than after he gets paired with Kevin Miller? And I guess when he got drafted, his stock was pretty high. But
yeah, exactly.
but I mean, he's out there in the third pairing with Kevin Miller, probably going to start the season, in the lineup, which is not something that we maybe anticipated. So all could go well on that front, but there's a good chance it doesn't. There's also a good chance, you can never have too many defensemen, injuries, COVID. I mean, there's so many things.
Yeah, that little thing, COVID.
That,
right?
Yeah, remember COVID? I feel like we're forgetting that, like, right now the NBA is, like, potentially thinking of, like, shutting down the season for the time being.
Yes.
And there's, like, issues they're facing. And there are lots of other – the Canucks, the Stars.
Blue Jackets had to have, I think, 17 guys out. The Kings have had multiple guys out. So, yeah, the Stars is the most severe one, right? They're not literally going to start the season on time. But it's the reality of the situation you're in right now in COVID with cases, skyrocketing. It's one thing where I think if, like, one case was reported back in July when teams were coming back for training camp, I think everyone would be freaking out, right? But that was back in, like, the summer lull. We can view it as the lull now compared to what?
Yeah, back then we were like, whoa, and now we're looking like, damn, those are the days.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, it's going to be, I think, trial by fire, and I'm sure there's going to be plenty more complications along the way. It's just how you best minimize how much it affects your team.